So kind of unbelievably, Joe Biden just fielded some questions from the press, and as expected, it dissolved into a disaster very quickly. In particular here, where Joe Biden was questioned about the current situation between Israel and Hamas and the role that the United States is playing in a possible ceasefire and the complexities of the war. Joe Biden mumbles his way through this response, and it's very telling.
War in Gaza has killed more than 11,000 Palestinians just over a month and created a humanitarian disaster. Israeli officials have said this war could take months or even years. Have you communicated to Prime Minister Netanyahu any sort of deadline or time frame for how long you are willing to support Israel in this operation? Are you comfortable with the operation going on indefinitely, and is there any deal underway to free hostages? Thank you.
Yes, no, working backwards, forward. Look, I have been deeply involved in moving on the hostage negotiation. I don't want to get ahead of myself here because I don't know what's happened in the last 4 hours, but we've gotten great cooperation from the Qataris. I've spoken with them as well a number of times. I think the pause and that the Israelis have agreed to, it's down to, well, I'm getting too much detail. I know, Mr. Secretary, I'm going to stop.
I mean, I don't even know where to start with this. There's so much wrong. The way that he starts off his answer, I'm not even sure what he's talking about. Yes, no, from backwards to forwards. He doesn't know what's going on in the last 4 hours. He probably doesn't even know what he's doing here in this moment. And then as he's starting to give somewhat of an answer, kind of, he says that he's getting into too much detail, which I'm not even sure that he gave any detail. I'm not even sure what he was saying here. He was stopped by Anthony Blinken, which just tells you that Joe Biden is not in charge. So he's looking over to his administration and they're telling him, stop, do not keep answering, do not keep saying anything. They're literally waving their hands at him, trying to motion him to please do not continue. And he says, yes, absolutely, I agree. He's the president of the United States of America. His strings are absolutely being pulled. Now, I know all of you already know that, but this is just clear, direct evidence that this is happening. He has no clue about the current complexities with the war between Israel and Hamas and the ceasefire that's going on, or even what role he or the United States government is playing in this. Once again, this guy wants to run for another 4 years. 4 more years. I don't even know if he's going to be able to make it through the end of this year. And I'm kind of surprised that the DNC hasn't figured out a way to get Joe Biden not to run in 2024, because you know there is no way they want him to run. He is going to get smashed by Trump. In all the polls, you're seeing it. In the swing states, you're seeing it. In certain demographics that are supposed to be supporting Joe Biden, you're seeing it. It's going to be a landslide, and obviously so. This guy cannot continue on for another 4 years. This is why they're trying to take Trump off of the ballots, because they figure this is the only way to stop it. There's no way Trump is going to get beaten in a runoff against Joe Biden right now. It's just not going to happen. I thought this clip was important. It just shows you where Joe Biden is still currently at. He's not getting any better. He's only getting worse. And he's listening to everyone else. He can't even listen to himself because he's not even sure about what's going on. What do you think about it? Leave your comments below. I'll catch you on the next one.